Hey gamer nerds, John with the RPG Atmosphere here bringing you another installment in Knights of the Old Republic Legacy playthrough. New viewers, welcome to the channel. I encourage you to check out the full series playlist in the description below. Returning viewers, welcome back. We are currently on the space station at Yavin. Quick little recap. We did Dantooine. We figured out the star map, main quest plot point stuff. We were going to head to... where did it go? Tatooine. But I wanted to check out Yavin Spaceport first. A little side quest we picked up with previous data entry point or something in the Ebonhawk's databases. We found a stowaway on the ship. And I think we're going to head back to... where'd it go? Dantooine? Dantooine, there we go. I think there's a guy in the docking area that's looking for this kid named Sasha. So we're going to do that. And here we go. And this Sasha, if I recall, we found out that she was taken captive by Mandalorian raiders on the planet of Dantooine, more or less raised with them. She escaped and got onto our ship. But there's a guy waiting for her out on the main ramp. So we're going to go have that conversation real quick. And then we're going to go to Tatooine. Alright. You and you. Oh. Okay. Let's talk to Pesta. Let's see what's on her mind.
How can I help?
You wish to talk to me. Talk to me?
I do. I've been watching you, studying you closely to see what kind of progress you've made since your training at the hands of Master Zahar.
My progress?
I've seen how you've resisted many temptations and continue to walk the path of the light side. Very commendable, but I'm afraid you might stray from this path. You need to see what the dark side represents in its entirety, for it is what we battle. Only the wisdom of a Jedi Master can truly explain this, but I will do my best to make you understand.
What are you trying to tell me?
The dark side is not simply giving in to anger, temptation, or to use the Force to destructive ends. These things only lead to the dark side. The dark side grows stronger and more insidious the closer you draw to it. It begs you to surrender to it, to release all its terrible power, and it becomes harder and harder to resist. And once you stop resisting, it's too late. It twists you up inside and turns you into a mockery of everything you once stood for.
Wow. That's deep. How can you know it is so terrible?
We need only to look at the atrocities which have been committed by those under its sway to understand the terrible, corrupting evil of the dark side. Millions dead, and far more suffering. What sort of person would you have to become to perform such deeds gladly?
Are you saying the light side is innocent of killing?
One who serves the light does not strike down an innocent. We take arms against the dark side and the injustice that follows it only. It's so vigilance and foresight. If only that were true. The Sith have become powerful because there are many Jedi who've succumbed to the lure of the dark side and joined their cause. What greater weapon is there than to turn an enemy to your cause? To use their own knowledge against them? We are weakened while they are strengthened, so we must harden our hearts and do whatever is required to fight against the dark side, even when the battle becomes wearying.
Wow. Strong stuff, Bastila. Do whatever is required? Such as?
I don't know. The vision of our future is clouded by shadows cast from the dark side. But I sense something ominous lurking in those shadows. But words alone cannot save one from the dark side. Come, we should continue with the task at hand. When the time comes, I only hope we are all strong enough to do what we must.
Wow. Let's see what the journal has to say. Apparently, Bastila is still playing the role of mentor. She has been studying your progress carefully and had much to say about your actions and the perils of the dark side. Strong stuff, Bastila. Alright, I believe this guy over here, Lur Arcasulas, is the gentleman we're looking for. Greetings, Sentient. May I take a moment of your time for a question? Go ahead. I represent a human citizen of Dantooine by the name of Rundil Ot Sulem. His ranch has had considerable difficulty with Mandalorian raiders for many years. His young daughter was kidnapped by those raiders many years ago and has not been returned. Might you have news of her? Her name is Sasha. There is a stowaway on my ship by the name of Sasha. This is most exciting news, Sentient. Are you certain of this? Let me see. She only speaks a Spanish Mandalorian. You can come on board and see her, if you like. I do not make it a habit to board the vessels of strange humans, but I might make an exception this once. Are you certain the human is Sasha? Yes, I am. She only speaks a smattering of Mandalorian, but I was able to figure it out. You have convinced me, Sentient, that your stowaway is indeed the one I seek. Would you allow me to see her? Certainly. I'll bring you to my ship. Let us go there now. I am most anxious to see her. Though you have aged, young Sentient, I do believe you are indeed the one I seek. I am here to return you to your father. I see that Arterius River was correct about your linguistic difficulties. I am positive that your parents can assist you with that. Calm yourself, child. I will take you home. I think I'm saying he's not bad. He is safe. Thank you for your assistance, Sentient. I am sure the girl's parents will be most appreciative of your efforts. Entry, genre entry, experience, and light side points gained. Yay! We did something good. Let me see. Strange stowaway. Sasha has been handed over to Lur Arca and hopefully is now on her way back to her family. Problem solved. With luck, this will mean less messes in the food stores unless Zalbar has another one of his late night cravings. Hilarious. Okay. So, we did a good thing there. Now, on to Tatooine. And maybe our first star map. I don't know if we'll make it all the way to the star map. I may actually have a little bit of a different than expected star map gathering pattern. You guys see that as I explore. I may go to a planet, not quite finish it, go to another planet, finish that one, then go back and finish the first one. You'll see. To Tatooine! Great music. Such a great game for having been made in 2003. 20 years later, still a great game to play. Uh-oh. Here we go. We getting another dream? Interesting. Seems like a temple? Maybe a cave? There we are on Tatooine, folks. Coming in to the Tatooine buildings we all know and love. Like we're back on Mos Eisley in episode 4.
The Force has given us a vision, like the one we shared on Dantooine. Did you see it? Of course. You must have. The Force is strong with us both. Tatooine is known for little but glowing sand. I find it surprising that there would be a star map somewhere in its desolate wastes.
Maybe Tatooine wasn't always a desert.
Perhaps, though that would have been tens of thousands of years in the past. Now there's nothing but the howling emptiness of the Dune Sea. A star map would likely have to be within some kind of shelter to protect it against dust and sandstorms. I suspect there are many such caves and caverns hidden in the sands of the Dune Sea. The creatures of this world probably use them as their lairs. No doubt things will become more clear once we discover the star map's location.
All right. Vision had. We are here on Tatooine. And I do believe, what was it? From Mission, we met up with, let me see if I can, Mission's brother. We met up with Lena on Dantooine. Let us know that Griff, Mission's missing brother, is maybe somewhere here on Tatooine. We should check out with Zerka Corp. So we're probably going to take Bastila. Always good to take Bastila. You're almost like supposed to. And we'll take Mission. Because like this is her.
Welcome to Anchorhead,
hello.
Potential customer. Zerka Corporation stands ready to serve. After some formalities, of course. First, your ship is not on our list of planned arrivals for today. There is a docking fee of 100 credits because of this.
What do I get for my 100 credits?
The immediate benefit is access to these very docking facilities. This is the only port in Anchorhead. Once you've paid, we will offer trade services as well. We're not unreasonable, we just want to cover expenses.
Is there any way you could reconsider the fee?
I assure you that the fee is non-negotiable. We have a very thin margin of profit on this road.
Yeah, let's do the Force Persuade. I don't need to pay the fee.
You know, I don't think you need to pay the fee. We'll let it go this time.
Well, that was easy. Sure wish I had special mind-affecting force powers.
This will cover any future landings as well.
Ooh-hoo-hoo.
It's like a registration, so we can serve you better when you return. Now, as a customs officer, I can provide information on services. Is this visit business or pleasure?
Interesting. Yeah, I'm looking for very specific things. Who should I ask?
That's not much information. Could you tell me more?
Well, we don't want to quite tell him that we're looking for a star map. Let's be a little vague. Looking for older things, antiques, artifacts.
You a digger? I've heard of ruins being found now and then, but they've always been stripped by sand people soon after. You're not going to get anywhere with them. I guess you could ask around, but I doubt you'll learn anything different. You could always ask a Jawa. It's hard to tell what they know.
Could stand to get paid for a little bit of stuff while we're here. I'll need good paying work. What is there to do?
It depends on what level of risk you want to take. You could ask at the Zerka office if any bounties need collecting. That's in the central anchorhead. While you're at the office, ask for a hunting license so you can sell trophies to Faza in his lodge, just north of them. I suppose you could also take up swoop racing. Talk to the hut at the registration office by the track. That's in West Anchorhead. I can't say I know which of these jobs is the most dangerous. I stay away from all of them.
Okay. Yeah, let's give me some background on Tatooine.
There isn't much to tell. It's a very old planet, well past its prime. Zerka Corporation is the only company with any interest in it. It's not a very pretty world, but there is opportunity here if you know where to look.
What is known about the history of the planet?
Very little. There are hints that it might once have been a lush world, but I can't picture it as anything but a desert. Native sentient species have no records going back that far. That was hundreds of years ago, maybe thousands. Of course, the native species are not very willing to tell anyone anything. They're barely more than animals.
That doesn't sound very nice. We can't talk to him about that. What species do you mean?
The sand people. They're vicious and attack outsiders on sight. More animals than anything, really. Maybe they know the history of Tatooine. Maybe they don't. Impossible to tell. They won't cooperate.
Have you had trouble with the Sand People?
Not personally, but they've given Zerka Corporation a rough time. It's hard enough mining this rock without suffering random attacks. I think the company has even put a bounty on them, but I'm sure not going to try for it.
Any other sentient races?
The Jawas are scavengers, and a bit primitive. Hard to understand. They have an affinity for droids. Some of our scientists believe that they may not be native to the planet. But how they got here, they may not even know. As I said, they're hard to understand. They usually end up slaves to the Sand People. They aren't fighters. Good traders, though.
Okay. Let's go back to my other questions.
I will answer as best I can. What will you need while on Tatooine?
Let's get going. I really need to get going.
As you wish. If you need anything else, I'll be here.
Alright, okay. As I was saying before we had that little cutscene, we're taking Mission because her side quest or whatever of finding her brother is the necessity for her being with us. Let's go loot this footlocker. Sand everywhere. Let's level up mission. Okay, skills. Demolitions. There we go. There we go. Alright. Let's see. Is there anything here around the back? Doesn't... Ooh, there's another footlocker. More grenades. Ooh. Ooh, uh-oh. Excuse me, I know it's been a very long time, dear, but aren't you Bastila, Helena's little girl? Yes, it is you. I can see it in the eyes. My, how you've grown.
I take it that you know my mother?
Oh yes, I worked for your father on an expedition years ago. Your mother showed me hollows of you before you left. Such a pretty little girl you were.
Is there something I can do for you, miss? As you can see, we're in quite a hurry.
Don't be rude, Bastila. Oh, I didn't mean to take up your time. I just wanted to ask you if your mother's condition has improved any since I saw her.
My mother's condition?
Oh, you don't know? Oh dear, I just thought... I assumed that she had found you. When I talked to her last, she was desperate to find you.
I've not seen my mother since I joined the Order. Do you know what's happened? Did she say anything about my father?
I'm sorry, dear, but your mother is very ill. So she told me. She didn't say anything about your father, however. I didn't see him.
I see. Where did you meet her? Do you remember?
She's here on Tatooine, dear, in the cantina. You really should go see her, considering her condition. I guess we should go see your mother, Bastila.
Part of me would rather not see her at all. But if she is really sick, well, we shall see.
Alright. Ooh, new journal entry for Bastila's mother. You encountered someone named Malare, who told Bastila that her mother was looking for her. Bastila has asked that you look for her mother. Her name is Helena, and Malare reported that she saw her last in the colony of Anchorhead on Tatooine. Alright, well, we are here on Tatooine. We have Mission with us to go see her brother. We have Bastila to go see her brother. No, sorry. Bastila's mother. Mission's brother. Not anything. Oh. Hello there, Captain. Let's see. Ah, yes, here it is. It looks like the shipment has been delivered to your ship as requested. What? What shipment? What are you talking about? This is Docking Bay 32, isn't it? Yes, it is. And that's what I have here on the requisition form. Everything seems to be in order. The Gizka are your problem now. Whatever you put on my ship, I want it off now. If you want the cargo removed, you'll have to fill out another requisition. I have one right. Wait, I thought I had one. Oh well. At any rate, the Gizka are yours. One of the loaders said the crate split open once he put it in your hold. Some of the critters might have gotten loose. That happens, I'm afraid. We don't accept liability. We certainly couldn't take the cargo back. Enjoy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Let's check out our journal. The trouble with Gizka. The fates seem to be conspiring against you. The disorganized port authorities on Tatooine appear to have shipped a delivery of Gizka to the Ebonhawk's hold, and there doesn't appear to be any way to give them back. The dock worker mentioned that some of the Gizka escaped, which certainly doesn't sound good. Oh boy. Alright. Who's this guy? It's just a mechanic. Into the city. I did hear that there might be some swoop bike racing. I'll have to check that out. We did win the season opener on Terrace before it you know, got destroyed by Malik's fleet. Sharina Fizark.
Please, will you help me? I have nothing left.
What do you need? I'm Arterius River. I'll help if I can.
Oh, thank you. I don't have anywhere else to turn. If you're down and out on Tatooine, you're on your own. My husband was a hunter, killed out on the dunes. This raid plate is all I have left. Please, will you buy it? I don't need a handout. I just can't sell it to Faza without a license. Please, I'm worried about having it. They're so rare.
I wouldn't be able to sell it. I'm no hunter.
No? But you looked... I'm sorry, I thought you looked equipped like a hunter. Are you sure you're not going to be getting a license? I mean, you don't look like a farmer, and the only way to be allowed out of Anchorhead is to get a hunting license.
Interesting. Well, Star Map probably isn't in Anchorhead, so we're probably going to need to get a hunting license. Where would I get a license? What's the cost?
Zerka Corporation sells them out of their office just south of here in the center of Anchorhead. That's where my husband got his. I think they charge 200 credits, but they've been known to make exceptions. Please, no one else will help.
Let's talk about what to do with this plate.
Will you buy it? I can't sell it myself. They're worth more than 500 credits.
Perhaps I will buy it from you.
You will? Oh, thank you so much. Please, I know it's worth at least 500 credits.
I will pay you what you want. Here.
Oh, thank you. I hope it is enough. You've been a great help. I appreciate it. My children will too.
Wow. Sometimes helping people feels pretty good, you know?
Thank you for helping this woman. It may not seem like such a great thing to you, but you are making a difference.
For whatever it means, may the Force be with you. You saved us.
Woohoo! We did a good thing. So completed middleman. You paid the woman outside Faza's lodge for the raid plate. She was very grateful. Cool. Ah, hunting lodge. There we go. Wait a second. How much money do we have? What page should I go to? Ooh, we only got 100 credits now. Might have to go to that, that guy that we just met at the Yavin space station. Play him in Pazak. Get some more money back. Or do swoop races. Might do some swoop races here. Get some more money. Well, a new face. Come to test your skill on the endless dunes of Tatooine. Faza's Lodge is the... This world may not be much, but it does have the meanest predators this side of the Galactic Rim. A hunter's paradise. What do you do in here? This is a hunting lodge. I purchased what the sportsmen bring in. It's not a bad little job. I've got some questions about hunting. You'll want to know how to get in and out. Just pay 200 credits for a license down at the Zerka office. No license, no hunting. Would you consider lowering the fee? I only have 100 credits. Oh, that's not up to me now, is it? You'll have to talk with people down at the Zerka office in the center of town. Okay. I have something to sell you. I'm sorry, but I'm not allowed to even look at what you have until I see a hunting license. Zerka Corporation rules. The other hunters all have theirs. I can't make exceptions or I'll get shut down. Okay. I guess we have to go get our hunting license. Let's just keep going. Oh, that human woman, I am outraged at her arrogance. You, do all you species place yourselves on such annoying pedestals? I'm sorry? What are you talking about? You should be sorry for sharing species with that creature, I swear. Helena must be your word for pit rancor. You seem pretty hateful towards other species. What? No, you don't understand. That woman, I think she didn't like us breathing the same air. You think she was queen of the planet. No offense, but your companion here looks especially like her.
That messenger said my mother is on Tatooine somewhere. We should ask about her.
If that woman is your mother, you have my sympathies. She's driving the regulars out of the cantina as we speak. She's still there? Probably. I don't think anyone else could top her attitude, so she won't be leaving. I won't be going back while she's there, though.
I doubt she wants to be kept waiting.
You're actually looking for her? You humans, you're all out of your minds. Okay. Let's see here. Let's grab those. Let's see if we can't get our hunting license. Persuade down to 100 credits or something. You'll be hearing about this, you Zerka puppet. I'm not going to let this drop. You can't just murder a whole village. And don't tell me to take my concerns to your corporate kiosk. I know when I'm not wanted. What's going on in here? Who are you? I'm done talking in this office. They aren't interested in listening to me. I doubt they will even acknowledge I was here. Typical corporate evasion. That's what happens when they own everything. No accountability. Don't even bother bringing it up. Wow. Harsh. Guy has a big bone to pick.
Can I help you? These are the offices of the Zerka Corporation. I trust you have business with the company. If this is about employment, I'm afraid all regular mining positions are full. And before you ask, we are also no longer selling hunting licenses.
But I wanted to get a hunting license.
As I said, we are no longer selling them. There are too many people cavorting about outside the walls as it is.
There is no way to get a license?
Well, normally we charge 200 credits, but I could make an exception if you agreed to perform a task for us. It's similar to hunting. The Sand People are becoming a problem. They destroy our sand crawlers and kill our miners. One particular tribe is the worst. It's as if their chieftain has decided to wage war against us. I would like their attacks terminated. Bring me their gaffy sticks as proof. If you agree to do this, I'll give you a hunting license now and pay a bounty for each stick later. I'll give a bonus for the chieftains.
Just so I see what she says. Why she wants the sticks and... I mean, I said... Why pay for the gaffy sticks? Why not their heads?
Which would you rather have dumped on your office floor? Besides, they're
makes
ceremonial
sense.
weapons, unique to each warrior. It's just as good.
Yeah, I was just curious. Generally not too violent a person. I will agree to do this for you.
Excellent. Now, just so we understand each other, this is an enforceable contract. Zerka Corporation takes this very seriously. Here's your license, and a few directions. We believe one of their enclaves is in the far south of the Dune Sea. You might try following one of our sand crawlers. They're regularly attacked. I wouldn't mind you escorting them.
I'll go get to it then.
Very good. Zerka Corporation looks forward to your future business.
Okay. Sand People. Zerka Corporation has given you permission to enter the Dune Sea on the condition that you stop the Sand People from raiding their mining interests. They want the Sand People chieftain's gaffy stick as proof. Oh, wait. There was a question there about Griff.
Greetings again from the offices of Zerka Corporation. Is this about bounties or something else?
I'm looking for a miner named Griff.
Griff? There's no Griff here. Never heard of him. No, I don't remember a single Griff on the Zerka Corporation payroll.
I'm sensing a dodge. You want to tell me about Griff.
Can you spare me a few moments? I have something I want to get off my chest. I want to tell you about one of our workers. His name was Griff. We hired that Twi'lek some time ago. Not a good worker, according to his crew chief. Always complaining and faking injuries to get out of work. He entered false timesheets and slept through his shifts. We even suspected him of stealing Zerka Corporation supplies, although we could never prove it.
So you fired him?
We would have fired him, but we needed workers. It would have been better for him if he had been fired. Then the Sand People wouldn't have gotten him.
You mean he's dead?
He was lost in a Sand People raid we suffered not too long ago. There were prisoners taken, but our rescue parties never found anyone alive. In the end, it just wasn't cost-effective to keep searching. All miners sign a waiver absolving Zerka Corporation of liability in these circumstances.
So your workers are all expendable?
Zerka Corporation cares deeply for all of its employees. That's why we've started a bounty program to thin the Sand People numbers. We didn't find his body, so we have to assume he was taken prisoner. Whether he's still alive, I couldn't say. That's all I can tell you. I shouldn't even have said this much. This is all privileged corporate information. I'd lose my job.
Is there some type of reward for saving him?
As I said, all employees have signed waivers absolving Zerka Corporation of any financial liability if this occurs. It is the industry standard. I suppose you could apply for special dispensation from the Zerka Corporation representative kiosk on Coruscant. Business hours only, please.
We're not going to Coruscant. Okay, goodbye then.
Farewell. Zerka Corporation welcomes your...
Alright, another journal entry. Shin's brother, according to the Zerka rep on Tatooine, Griff was captured during a Sand People raid on one of the mining camps. Whether he is still alive is anyone's guess. Well, hey, we've got our license. Let's go sell that raid plate. Get a little money. Oh. Don't you believe a word of what Zerka Corporation said in there? There is always a peaceful solution to conflict. They are just lazy. Is this about Zerka wanting the Sand People chieftain killed? So you are the killer that they hired. Just going to walk out there and wipe them out? I'd expect no less from fools. Oh. One try, of course, you can't even see without Zerka approval, and they want the Sand People dead. The Zerka said that the Sand People attacked first. Well, yes, they did. They attacked the Zerka, who developed numerous giant sandcrawlers and started tearing up the desert with ion shovels and whatever else. What would you have done? To the Sand People, it must have seemed like an invasion. There were no negotiations for territory or resources. I don't think the killing has been justified, but as a conservationist, I'm hoping someone at least tries to talk this out. Agreed. Let me see here. What would you suggest then? Communication. If we could just speak to them. But they don't talk. At least not in any language an average translator would understand. There was even a Jedi here a few years ago that couldn't seem to get through to them. I think that ended in blood too. I'm not saying it would be easy, but someone has to try, maybe with a real translation droid, not these old protocol scrap heaps walking around. Who would have a capable droid? They are pretty rare, even on Lost Worlds, but I'm sure I heard someone was using a droid here on Tatooine. Yuka Laka said it could speak a Sand People dialect, although he said rust is gold. With that droid, you could talk to them. It wouldn't I wouldn't survive. Maybe with desert robes as a disguise. Maybe I'll look into it. Sure, that's what Zerka Corporation keeps saying, and they just start shooting again. The fighting won't stop until they are all dead. Or until Zerka leave. The one is as likely as the other with the way things are going. Bah, what to do? What do I know? Oh boy. Another journal. So, Might call this episode Sand and Journals. So many journal entries. Zerko Corporation is allowing you to enter the Dune Sea on the condition that you stop Sand People raids, bringing them Chieftain's Gaffy Stick as proof. An alien conservationist has suggested there might be a better way to stop the conflict if a sophisticated translation droid could be taken on the task. Ay, ay, ay. Actually, there we go. Sane people aren't animals. I've watched them, and they are intelligent. There must be a way to peacefully stop the attacks. I know it. Okay. We'll give that a try. Let me sell this plate first. I have something to sell you. It's the biggest desert raid skull plate I've seen in a season. Whoever got that was a skilled hunter. I'll give a premium price on that one. I have a buyer put in a special request. 500 credits sound fair. That will do nicely. I thought it would. Do you have anything else to sell? Okay. Let me see here. Aha! We have 600 credits now. Okay. We've got our license. We know that that is the Zerko office. Let's try to find the cantina. Might talk to the mom. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, what do we do? What do we do? Let's go talk to the bad-looking guys.
Lord Malak was most displeased when he learned you had escaped Taris alive. He has promised a great reward to whoever destroys you.
All right, let's take on some Dark Jedi. Okay, let's get you in on this. No, block that. You need to start on that. Interesting. Go get him. Oh yeah. Stasis worked. It went pretty easy. Double-bladed lightsaber, yellow crystal, dark Jedi Knight robe, red crystal, short lightsaber. Ooh. Ooh. Let's see. Go through the new items. What was that? Data pad. Datapad contains detailed descriptions of you and Bastila. It also has a brief message. Bastila has escaped Taris. Whoever can find and dispose of her and her Jedi companion will be greatly rewarded by Lord Malak himself. Well, that was quick. Where is the cantina? Gotta go talk to the mom. Cantina. There we go. Alrighty. We are in the cantina. Let's see. Do we have any... Is that her? That's her. Over there. Ooh. Alright. Let's talk to Helena.
I'm sorry, do I know you?
I'm here, Mother. But don't you recognize me?
What do you expect when I haven't so much as had a picture of you since you left? Do you know how long I've been trying to find you?
You knew as well as I communication would be impossible once I joined the Order. Now what is this about? Where is Father?
Then you haven't heard. I should know.
Has something happened to him? Are you going to tell me or not?
Your father is dead, Master. That is part of the reason why I was looking for him.
Dead? What happened? What did you do to him?
Isn't this a lovely reunion? Already she's flinging insults at me. Tell me, you're one of her friends. Do you treat your mother this way?
Who? My mother is long dead, if you must know.
Is that so? Well, I'll be joining her soon enough, I suppose.
I was told you were sick. Are you actually dying, or is this merely melodrama for my benefit?
Such sweet things, you say. Perhaps I should tell you everything first before we start arguing again.
You could start by telling me what you got Father into that killed him.
I hadn't realized Jedi was so spiteful. You want me to tell you I brought your father here for an expedition, do you? You want to blame me for his death? You never accepted that your father loved going on his treasure hunts, leaving you alone with me. I was always to blame for everything. What else is new? So yes, fine. I brought your father here to look for great dragon pearls. He took an expedition into the Tatooine desert, and he died.
How can you be sure of that? Father is an experienced...
Do you think I would look for you if I wasn't sure? They were attacked by a great dragon, and one of the guides fled the battle. He saw your father killed.
I see. So what do you want from me? Credits?
Don't be insulting. I want you to use those senses of yours. I want you to find him. I want you to bring back his holocron.
Why? So you can sell it?
Is it too much to ask that I have something to remember your father by? Of course it is, isn't it? You couldn't be bothered.
We're very busy on a mission from the Jedi Council. I doubt I'll have the time. Ask my companions if you doubt me.
Oh, wow. Why don't you get the holocron yourself, Miss, Helena?
As my daughter is quick to point out, I haven't the coin to hire another expedition. Nor am I the adventurer my husband was.
Don't you want to find your father's remains, Bastila?
What remains would there be? Great dragons are huge predators, easily able to devour a human, and the desert is a harsh environment. Finding my father's remains would be an even more impossible task than finding his holocron, an ignoble end to a fine man.
What about your mother's sickness?
It doesn't seem to have anything to do with what she's asking. Are you actually sick, Mother?
What difference does it make to you? None, I'm sure. Just find your father's holocron, and you won't have to worry about me again either way.
That's the kind of response I would expect. Very well. We'll look for the holocron if we have time. I can't promise any more than that.
I believe your father was headed north towards the Sand People Enclave. I would check along that route, dear. Do please hurry.
All right. More journal entries. Bastila agreed to consider her mother's request to locate her father's body and recover his holocron. It should be out in the Tatooine desert, likely near wherever krayt dragons exist. Though Bastila did not promise that she would give her father's holocron to her mother, even if she did find it. All right. Fun times here. Guess we'll have to look for that while we're out on the sand. But taking a look at the time, I think we are going to have to call it there this episode. Might head over to the swoop track at the start of the next one. So, thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye now.